Hello, everybody. Anime Reflux.
Woo! He's so happy about this.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe I need an anime girl who pisses herself on the regular to give me an electric shock to fix me, because that's apparently the appropriate cure for depression. Not any, communication or anything, or just people just kind of being
When you're
there, or
sad,
any
you just need to
actual...
get plugged back.
Yeah, turn you off and turn you on again. Ew, that's gross. Okay.
It works for the computer.
I'm gonna stop doing the bit now. But yeah, this show, yeah. Once again, we learn the lesson of vetoes. If it seems like crap, it's probably crap, and if it seems like you want to veto it, you probably want to veto it, even if it's the beginning of the year. Or, you think there could theoretically be something worse. I mean, there probably is something worse than this.
But what are the chances?
I'm sure we could mathematically figure that out based on our likes and hatred of the anime so far, but that feels like a lot of...
We've had maybe a dozen shows on this show that we've very much liked. Most of them have just been meh or outright bad.
It has been a fairly small percentage, yeah.
So this show we're talking about is called Fight Ippatsu Juken-chan. Juuden-chan. My apologies. Reading is hard. I'm just so low energy, and no, I'm gonna not go back to the bit. So we've basically outlined how this creation works. In that the setting is like, hey, there is an alternate dimension or something where they have technology and stuff and they're all super cool, and they come to our world and realize, hey, people are depressed. So we figure we zap them with electric shocks and we make them not depressed. It's like Care Bears, but with weird fetishes and a little bit of
We're
sadism.
charging your mental energy.
It's like half Care Bears, half underpants. No,
A little bit.
Yeah.
because for some reason they pay them for this.
Yeah. Step 1, electrify people. Step 2, Step 3, profit. That's
I
how
don't
that works.
understand how this is a job. What do they get out of this?
That's why it's underpants. No.
Yeah, I know. It's just like when you actually think about it. Okay, cure this person's depression. What do I get out of it? Paid. Why? Where's this money coming from?
That's why it's underpants. No.
Yeah. I mean, let's be real. These are better things to think about while watching this show than Japan's serious problem with its lack of understanding of depression and how it works and why it's a problem. Ugh.
I didn't think about that. Wow, that's a deep cut.
Look, I'm just saying, if they're depressed, just send them an anime girl. Works 88% of the time.
You know what this show taught me? Whenever someone in my life is depressed, I just need to tase them.
I mean, you can do that. Sure.
It's probably something of a temporary fix, but yeah, I mean, they'll probably stop being depressed
Hey,
for
you
a
guys
little
ever
bit,
hear of
long enough to be
electroshock
really
therapy?
angry at
That's
you.
what this is. This is electroshock therapy.
Yeah. So
Oh my gosh, really?
Yeah. So we have this girl who, I don't know, I'm just going to call it, I can't call it Juuden. That's not okay to call anyone. Like,
Her name's Plug.
Her name is Plug.
thank you. I'll go with that because, you know, the title for this is not a great word. Just gonna
Because
say.
Juden-chan means plug girl, so her name is the Plug Girl.
Yeah, it means a different thing in a different language, which is the only way I can think of it now that I realize that.
I was wondering how long it.
Yeah, so she is supposed to zap people to make them not depressed. And they have a scouter that measures depression levels, and somehow most people in Japan are E and F, despite, you know, they have a bit of a...
Hey, Zero. What's his depression level?
It's over 9,000!
Wait, no, they do that.
I can't even be mad. You guys are trying, at least. All right, so yeah, she sees a salaryman who has a depression ranking of C. Oh no, this means something. Well, apparently C is bad enough that people will fucking commit suicide. Apparently, so
It's okay. So here's how it is. A is suicide. B is losing all motivation to do anything. C is you're not doing so good. You're feeling kind of down at the dump.
that's a big jump down.
Yeah,
Steps, dude. What?
that's how it's presented.
So in Japan, depression is presented in 5 steps. Cool.
This 5-step process to cure depression.
Yeah, okay. And so the salaryman goes to buy a soda, and while Plug is trying to zap him, he gets a prize. They have a thing in soda machines in Japan where if, you know, it has like a slot machine, and if you win, then you get a free soda. Yay. I only know about this because it was in Persona 4. But, yeah, he wins. And this is apparently enough to cure his depression.
He also gets charged at the same time. So, hey, you know, like I said, C is just, oh man, I had a bad day. I'm not feeling so good.
I mean, he doesn't get charged, though. That's why she gets chewed out after, because she fucked it up.
But he's better now because he won an extra drink.
Yeah. That's... Are we sure this anime wasn't funded by, like, a vending machine company? Like...
Sometimes it's a little...
They said a commercial break is just a Coca-Cola.
Oh my god, I just came up with a commercial. I'm gonna write this commercial now and send it to someone.
Is it just this scene? Is this the scene? That's the commercial?
Basically,
Yeah.
and then the last thing that happens is that words appear on screen where sometimes it's the little things.
Oh, you're so right, and I hate it.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Okay. So, yeah. She goes home and gets chewed out because her uniform got destroyed from that because the electricity backfired, so her butt area of the suit got blown open somehow. Just the butt. Okay. Ecchi anime. That's how they work.
So, like the dark elf from that exercise man?
Or the underpants gnomes.
Or that, I suppose.
Everyone else
does
feeling
that.
drafted.
Surprising that came back. Yeah. So, yeah. She gets chewed out, and she has to make good on, finding the depressed people and curing them of the depression.
Now, devil's advocate, but I was plugged. I'd have been like, wait, this guy cured himself. Was it a bad thing? Do we get paid for like finding depressed people? Is that a thing? Who's paying us? I would have launched into that right there.
Yeah.
However, our main heroine is an idiot and hit around everybody. That's comedy.
Yeah. So she's looking around for new depressed people, and I forget the order of events because I watched this on Sunday. But
so she's going around and can't really find anybody. Everybody's doing pretty good, right?
yeah,
Makes her
Japan's
upset.
perfectly
She wants to get
mentally sound nation of people who don't have any problems.
So she goes into this cafe, and upon floating around outside the cafe, looking for more people, this one guy who's working there sees her and hits her over the head. I like it. It cuts to like a baseball stadium, some guy hitting a home run, and then it cuts back to him with a bat setting over her. I thought that was pretty fun.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
What?
It's also
Why did
running.
He thought she was a thief.
She came through the wall like a ghost. In front of me.
well, fair enough. I would do the same.
Yeah. So that's a running gag of him just cracking her across the back of the head with various objects.
I feel like that's the opposite of like the Sakura hitting Naruto thing, the gender reversed version, and far less okay.
I'd say it's equally less okay, but that's not how that sentence works. But you know what I mean. Still bad. No, actually, yeah, probably worse because he's doing it with a weapon. That's yeah. So she sees that guy's sister, and she has C-level depression.
Is this going to be a thing now?
Look, she just had a bad day. It's really not that big a deal.
Are we gonna grade our personal depressions with the letter now?
She's kind of sad because, obviously her Nissan isn't letting her cook or do things because he's trying to take care of her and raise her.
Yep. I mean, Japan, so this does seem like something that would cause depression because societal norms say, one, that the woman of the house should do that sort of thing, and two, that, you have to pull your own weight, etc., all that stuff. So, despite the fact that she's like 12, she thinks she should do more, which, okay. By cultural norms, this makes sense. So, yeah, a plug basically follows this girl around for like a day and tries to tell the dude that, yeah, she's totally depressed and, it's kind of your fault a little bit. And he's like, no. And smack him in the head again. No.
That's actually accurate.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Yeah. Depressingly accurate? I hate myself.
Get one of those.
Yeah, no, I don't. I don't get. There's no freebie on that one. That's just bad. So yeah. And skipping some comedy hijinks that aren't especially comedy, especially with the focus on
including her getting hit by a guitar.
Yep, and peeing. She pees. That is a thing that happens, like a waterfall.
I didn't want to bring that up, but
And then they do a close-up shot of her legs, so you can see.
Yep. That was necessary. But yeah.
I described this show to somebody, and they said it sounded like it was written by an Indian.
That's really mean. But not inaccurate. So, yeah. Skipping ahead, he leaves a note for his sister saying, yeah, I'm going to be working the late shift tonight. So, yeah, that sucks. And his sister, having seen a construction site that day, decides now is a time to commit suicide.
The lack of understanding that the show has boggles the mind.
It's kind of insulting, actually, just from what I'm hearing.
This is still apparently C, as far as we know, by the way.
Unless you got because the thing we were told was that if a C is left untreated, it could work. So I'm running
in 6 hours.
Apparently, because she's so upset that her brother won't let her help out around the house, that, hey, I'm going to go see mom. I'm going to go jump off and kill myself because my brother won't let me help do chores because he wants me to grow up healthy and without having to... It's the way it's presented. It's not really one that makes sense.
I mean,
I can see, like, because, like, I can see why. I can see why you could potentially say, oh, well, she's worried about her brother overworking himself and getting sick, so she's going to lessen the burden on him. But it's not presented that way.
Yeah, they don't do any due diligence on that sort of thing, which I hate my tendency to play devil's advocate, but this isn't a serious show that takes this kind of issue seriously. And much as, oh my god, Japan, do you need someone to talk seriously about depression? This ain't it.
I feel like if you are making a show about battling depression, that's something that if you take you can't just take a slapstick to it. You have to have some amount of seriousness or gravitas to what you're doing. Just is in that regard.
Yeah. This
regard,
kind of issue...
In many regards, yes, but in that particular regard I was mentioning, yes.
Yeah. This kind of issue takes... Yeah. You have to handle it with a little bit more severity. Yes, it can be funny. Yes, it can be lighthearted. You know, the bitter pill with, like, some sugar, or I don't know what the phrase is, but, you know, that kind of thing. There are a lot of shows that do this well. This ain't one of them, and it doesn't really try. Which, yeah.
I mean, anime has done depression before. I mean, it wasn't the beginning, at least, of Welcome to Depression, and then fat titty anime girls show up basically and fix all the problems. So
I don't remember.
Anime has never really
Welcome to the
understood depression.
I remember that was like the dude goes basically stir crazy. I don't really remember much about that show, to be honest. But
I like the way you broke that down. It's like...
So she's on the roof of the construction site, and Plug finds the brother and is like, "Hey, your sister is about to jump off a fucking roof." Just saying. And they go, and he tries to talk her down, except he says something while she's standing on the edge of a roof, so the obvious happens. She gets startled and slips. And he grabs her by an arm and can't pull her up because I mean, he doesn't look out of shape, and she's like 12. It'd be a struggle, but he'd be able to do it. It's she can't weigh more than like 70 pounds. But all right, so this is where heroic Plug-chan comes in and zaps the girl who, I don't know, gets all eye of the tiger and decides to swing her way into the next floor down of the construction site, dragging her brother with her. Yep.
Yo, you could have just pulled them both. That was an option.
Yeah. Could have just pulled her up and then they have a serious talk about how their lives are going and what they're doing, instead of just glossing over everything with an electric bullshit thing, and have that be the thing about depression. And she's still shit at her job, but she's actually treating people with depression by treating depression instead of just fucking zapping people. But this ain't that kind of show. I did not care for this show, if that wasn't clear.
And then they talk, and it's like, oh, cool. We'll switch off making dinner. Depression solved. Problem solved.
This isn't funny. It is funny.
Everything is fine now. She doesn't want to kill herself. Why would she want to kill herself? We're switching off making dinner every other night.
What if he has to work late again and misses a night of making it?
Well, I guess she's gonna kill herself. Because that's apparently how heavily she takes.
That's it.
That's it. That's the show.
Yeah. That's the show.
Well, also, the plug girl comes back and she peeks in on him, and he's like changing, so he hits. After helping him. But, he's changing, but we can't have any sort of, these characters actually starting to like each other. No, he has to keep hitting her with a baseball. Or with whatever he has.
Would you rather get hit with a bat or a guitar?
Both sound like they hurt a lot.
They do.
The guitar, probably. The bat is designed to hit things with. The guitar is not.
Yeah, the guitar might break before my head does.
Dude, electric guitars are hard as fuck.
Yeah, they are, but they're not as heavy or as directed, like, in terms of force.
Mm-hmm. Not as aerodynamic, one might say. But, yeah. This is the show that we watched. Juuden chat. Whatever. Fight, plug girl. I hate this show. I hate this show a lot.
I don't hate it. I just don't think it serves any purpose whatsoever.
Yeah, I've seen far worse than this on the show.
I hate it for mainly just the lack of respect of a serious issue. It is more so the thing that gets to me. Because, I have plenty of friends who struggle with depression, and to see it, you're like, oh, the minute it really gets to me. So,
it fails to tackle that issue, but it also doesn't try to tackle that issue. This is not a serious show. It makes no attempt whatsoever to even try.
But it made the main concept of the show around this issue.
It doesn't try to. The fact that, yes, we need shows that handle this well, it's not fair to level that criticism at this show that doesn't try to handle it well. Like, it's a serious topic. I get that it's a serious topic.
Yeah.
And I get that that this sort of thing needs talking about in a serious way. But I don't think this was ever going to be the show that was going to do that or do it well. There was no way.
I'm just of the opinion that if you're going to, like, again, oh, haha, funny, charging batteries. If you're going to have a show in which in the first episode you're talking about suicide and a character attempts to commit suicide, and you resolve the issue with haha funny, that it seems like unfair juxtaposition.
Well, here's the thing. That's probably gonna be all the episodes in this show.
Yeah.
First of all, second, it's Japan and they don't care. So that's probably the second reason why it's like that and used as a backdrop for the series.
Mm-hmm.
I hate how that's true, but
I still don't like it.
Casey,
mm-hmm.
in the past, I've wondered just how bad shows could be. I've watched them, and I haven't disliked them anywhere near as much as you in some cases. But you were right at the start of this episode. I'm definitely better off for not having watched this one. If there's a certain type of satire that's just designed to be unapologetically irreverent, I guess.
Mm.
And I imagine that kind of... Sorry, what was that?
No, go ahead.
I imagine that kind of show would be very grating on someone who has personal experience with that kind of issue. I know I'm pretty happy I didn't see this one because I have a feeling it would have.
Yeah. Not sure what else to add there.
I mean, I have had depression. I have had family members that have had depression who had depression to the point where it caused other problems. And yeah, I can very much see how a show like this that treats such a serious thing so cavalierly, how it can really push some buttons. But I'm trying to put this show in a greater context for what Japan does and how they see this kind of thing. This is just another example of them not really getting it and not trying to. I look forward to, I'm going to say, the next show that does try and understand it, because there have been ones before. Like, as much as I don't like to talk, positively about it, Evangelion did do a good job of tackling this subject matter to an extent.
Mm-hmm.
I look forward to the next show that does try and handle it well and convey it properly with all the severity that entails. This just ain't it. It doesn't try to be. It doesn't want to be. It just wants to be a fun thing that's... It's the Care Bears. People don't care, get all misanthropic and downtrodden and downbeat, and then this magical force comes in to try and help them and make everything better, because that's a nice idea that the world can be better with just a little zap.
Casey,
it just doesn't do it well.
I agree with you that that's what's very much going for. It's just that you can do that, but the second you bring in people actually attempting suicide, that's where it crosses. If they had not gone that far, it would have been. But that was just kind of a step too far because that just, yeah, you know.
Yeah, I can see that. Okay, let's fucking move on, please, shall we?
Great. I have the list ready. Who's rolling?
Kenji?
Kenji's muted.
Kenji.
I've been talking for 30 seconds. No one heard anything I said. All right. All right. 13.
M.
Mmm.
118.
Okay, let's do it. I'm sad now. 94.
94. Momo-Kyun's sword.
Fuck.
Oh boy.
Oh dear.
Okay, I found it. Oh boy, girl in bikini armor, or just a bikini, it's hard to tell from the image. No, that's bikini armor. Yep. Okay. That's... Momoko is a beautiful young sword fighter who was born inside a peach. Okay, she was born inside a peach. I apologize. I thought there was more to that sentence. There's not. They decided to add a translator note that Momo means peach. So, she lives with her constant companions, the dog god Inugami, the monkey god Sarugami, and the pheasant god Kijigami, in a peaceful paradise. However, a demon army led by Devil King invades the paradise and steals the precious treasure that protects Momoko's land. To retrieve the treasure and save the people, Momoko embarks on a great adventure with her 3 companions.
So it's a feminine sexual Momotaro.
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Comedy, ecchi, and fantasy from 2014.
See, this is what happens. You don't let Kenshi stack.
Yes, the world just instantly goes to.
I wish you would have let me stack my veto, Casey. Because I didn't actually use mine last.
Oh wow! Look at this. Everyone's jumping on the stack vetoes train. Wonder who got that one.
Alternatively, we could still go for a group veto here.
We could, yes. We do have 4 people. We have 5.
So, if you want to use your group veto, now's the time.
Yeah.
Let me load the page real quick. It's being a little slow.
You gotta look at it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
Okay, for the sake of,
Wow. Oh, okay.
full understanding,
That's a little much even for me.
I'll read some comments.
Those bodies look really weird.
I'm throwing in my vote for the group veto.
You're telling me Momoko's fine ass lives in a village with these dusty old ass people? Lamau.
It's
The
like
beginning
someone
of
took
this episode felt like I was
Hold
watching
it.
Senran Kagura or something. Haha.
Yeah, I think I'm good on the veto. Yeah, I'll pitch it.
That's it, right?
Casey,
Yes.
is that yes? You're going for the
That's
veto?
yes me questioning. How many have actually said yes?
Everyone but you now.
We didn't need to ask him then.
I mean, it does have plenty of animal mascots. You guys...
Casey,
made a mistake
After
by
what we
making
just
me
watched.
the deciding vote.
He's
After
not
what-
the deciding vote. 4 people
We,
already voted.
we got 4, so yeah, we can just re-roll it, I
No,
guess.
that's not how that works. We
All
need
right.
4 to even make
Okay.
it possible, but everyone needs to
Okay.
agree.
Okay. Here's my argument, Case.
Shoot.
After the last episode we just watched, please.
Here's my argument. I haven't watched anything good in 2 months.
I feel like
You should watch
like
the
we need a
fucking
W.
kid show that we did last week. Not even joking. That was really good.
Well, I wasn't here for that. I'm
Watch
here
it
for
anyway.
this.
I promise it will make you smile. Anyway. Fine.
All right.
Razum.
All right. Random number generator. Fuck me this time. 5.
E.
What was the rule for Gravitos, by the way? Was it just the 1 we get every time?
I think we said up to 2 per episode.
Alright.
Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Only 10 left.
Only 10. That doesn't bode well. I'll make this easy for you. 1.
All right. Top of the list, we've got Ease Otherwise.
Okay. He's otherwise. Oh god, that's a long summary. I have a feeling that's one of those broken ones. Alright.
Oh dear.
This is going to be fun. In a near future, following a devastating war, a dozen international corporations have come to control the world. So it's cyberpunk. One of them, Asherum, specializes in handling a new class of psychics that has arisen. Though feared by the general populace, psychics have a safe home in Asherum where they can develop their abilities and assist Asherum in helping other psychics, or dealing with those who become a threat to the general populace. Or so they claim. One such young psychic, a teenage boy named Kai, has lived at Asherum all his life, along with his sickly sister Hikaru. He joins the ASIS, the Agent Operations branch of Asherum, out of gratitude for Asherum's support of him and his sister, but eventually he discovers that his shelter's life has left him quite naive about how the world really works. A gentle soul at heart, Kai has trouble understanding how much common citizens fear and hate both his kind and his organization until confronted with it on missions. He also cannot comprehend the ruthlessness of Shenlong, a fellow Aesis psychic, until catastrophe strikes. Meanwhile, holy shit, this goes on a long time. A streetwise young man named Yuki applies his services for a guerrilla organization led by a powerful precognitive psychic. He must find the Sacrament of Calvaria, whatever it may be, while looking after the kind-hearted and empathetic girl Asuka. Ultimately, his path crosses with Kai's, a development sure to shape the future. Holy shit, that is a long-ass summary.
Yeah, first of all, this show sounds like trash. Second of all, those names sound like generic trash.
This is straight Zoid. Like, look at that anime style.
And that Sacrament of Calvaria, it sounds like whatever the driving force was behind Mass Effect.
Oof. Comments. This anime is nothing but a combination of cliches and an anticlimactic ending. Waste of time. Response, glad you say it.
So, what?
I'm not vetoing this.
You just called it trash, and now you aren't the one who's wanting a good show, Kenji.
No, I wanted a show I can sink my teeth in and make.
I feel more comfortable watching this show than the last one, so I'm.
Yeah, it's probably just gonna be painfully boring. It won't be like straight offensive.
Casey?
Look at those people in white suits. They're like,
They look like
They're all Suzaku. Code Suzaku.
I want to slap everyone in this thumbnail.
Hey, that's mean.
Is it?
Generally, it's mean to want to slap people, but, you know,
I'm
as
not
people go.
a nice person.
Well, at least it's one step closer to eliminating the category. Only 9 entries left on this.
Yeah, that was totally part of my motivation to not veto that.
Live.
Mm-hmm.
You can prove that.
I don't know. That sounds appropriately silly enough to be Kenshi's motivation.
I don't think it was on his mind.
And I'll keep the mystery back.
Okay, so I guess next week we're doing E's.
What does that even mean?
I don't know. Like,
We'll find out in a very long
But we won't
explanation
find
in the
out.
first episode.
oh god, if that's the kind of exposition dump the fucking summary had to have, I can't imagine what the episodes are going to be like.
All right. Guess that's it.
I look forward to being
Yeah.
surprised by the show in a good way. Please.
I hope.
It's possible.
I'm mentally preparing to write down some dialogue from the show.
Ease otherwise. It would be difficult for it to be worse than what we watched this week.
Agreed.
That's fair.
Not impossible, but difficult. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
See you guys.
Bye.